Of national policy, is there anything Washington can do about the way this country is policed? Joining me now, Elijah Cummings, Democrat from the House, who has some strong feelings about this. Congressman, are there national solutions on Capitol Hill to the discontent being expressed that we're seeing right now?
First of all, I think that there's a tremendous amount of frustration, not only with the people who we're watching in New York protesting, but all over this country. And yes, there are some things that we can do, and I think the president has begun to shine a light on these problems. Keep in mind, Chris, a lot of people, when they heard about police misconduct, said, oh, no, that can't be. But I think this case actually illustrates that this thing. And so from a national level, again, this whole push by the president for body cameras, I think that's a good idea. I think it's a good idea to do the task force. We need to look at things like these military weapons in neighborhoods and policing, used by police in various communities. We need to look at diversity with regard to how does the DOJ, can they have an impact on making sure that police departments are diverse? And Borough President Adams just said something very interesting when he was talking about the whole idea of training. Training is extremely important. I think a lot of times there are biases and there are issues and maybe police don't even know the impact that they're having on people, but it can be very, very negative. And basically, Chris, I can tell you, I live in the inner city of Baltimore, and the area where The Wire was filmed, and people are basically looking for respect. They simply want to be respected. And so, again, I like the way the mayor of New York has handled this so far. And I think that's part of the reason why you have the peaceful demonstrations there, because somebody's saying, wait a minute, let's at least take a look at this, try to figure it out, and try to address these issues.
You know, we saw in this country this massive spike in crime. It started in the late 1960s and 1970s. It sort of reached a crescendo if you look at the data in the late 1980s, early 1990s. And then we've also seen this remarkable thing happen. In city after city that have different police tactics and different local dynamics, we've seen crime fall pretty staggeringly, actually. Do you think that has changed the politics on Capitol Hill, or are the politics of Capitol Hill still very much mired in the kind of crime politics that were central in the 1980s and 90s?
Thank you. I think that politicians everywhere are looking at crime from a different perspective. Keep in mind that a lot of the crime that we're talking about, that you're talking about, was drug-related. And we've got people sitting in jails today, Chris, who have gone to prison for years for non-violent drug offenses. I think that Congress is taking another look at that, and many jurisdictions are taking another look at that. And the interesting thing, you've got people in Colorado lined up with dollar bills buying marijuana, while I've got people in Baltimore sitting in prison for buying and selling marijuana. So, again, yes, I do think the policies have changed. One of the things that we found here in Baltimore is that we had more of at one time we had more of a stop and frisk, and they were arresting all of these mainly African-American men, and they had and they thought that was the right thing to do. But when the mayor comes in, she then reduces that stop and frisk, and we found that our crime rate actually went down. And so a lot of this is about respect. And we've got to get back to that. And by the way, body cameras are not enough. There's some kind of way we've got to police and the people that they are supposed to protect and serve have got to come together.
Congressman Elijah Cummings of Baltimore, thank you very much.
Thank you.